Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. Today is, the year's almost half over. And with the year being almost half the way over, I thought I would share my journey for the first half of the year and kind of let you in on what's been going on with me. I know a lot of people they know but they don't, yada yada yada. Crazy things have went on medically in my life since of December of last year. My world was rocked, but stay tuned and yeah, you'll learn a little bit more. Hey guys, and we're back. So just a little bit about what's going on. Back in October of 2022, I had a double pulmonary embolism, and that's a fancy word for big old blood clot. And I was out feeding the cows, and I was on the tractor, and I I felt like a big boom went off. I couldn't really hear. I got really disoriented, and so I got back on the tractor, went to the garage, went into the house, told Anessa what was going on. Anessa's my beautiful wife, if y'all don't know her. Um, Beautiful, always has a smile on her face. It's couldn't ask for a better wife. So we go on there, or I go in there, and she puts oximeter on my finger, and my heart rate's at 124, 126. So she says, "Oh, sit in the recliner. Let's watch a movie." Got me a glass of water. Everything was fine. Really relaxed in the chair for the rest of the day, and then it was time to go to bed. When it was time to go to bed, I wear a CPAP, and I put the CPAP on. Well, all that air forced and just it knocked me out. And I came to, I trying to yell Anessa's name. Finally got one good yell out to call 911. She called 911, paramedics in Salina, Texas. They took, oh my gosh, super good care of me. It's crazy. Was unconscious 3 more times. Got to the hospital, and the doctor came in there and said, "This is the largest blood clot I have ever seen." And you've got about 45 minutes to an hour left to live, if that. I'm going to see if the operating crew on call wants to do the surgery. So I wasn't sad or anything like that or scared, but I looked over at the corner of the room and I saw Anessa, and man, I felt so bad for Anessa and for the kiddos. Man, I'm like, that's unfair. I just got married to Anessa for a couple years, and it's just not fair. So, but I thought, well, whatever God's will is, it is, and I accept that, and I felt at peace. But man, I wasn't going to give up. I really don't have give up in me. So they said they'd go ahead and do the surgery. So I'm rolling back there in the stretcher, whatever you want to call it, in the bed, and I said, where do I need to sign for the anesthesia and all of that? I need to, we need to get this going. You're not going to have anesthesia. You're too far gone. And I thought, what? And so they said it's an hour surgery. So if everybody knows me, I'm a big dude. And they put me on this little tiny cold metal surgical table. I felt like I was on top of an ironing board. And I just remember them cutting me open and putting those tubes through me, and I could feel everything. Especially when the tubes would go over the heart, my heart would just go, just crazy. But they were so good to me, and they had one nurse, and all she did is wipe the sweat off my head, and it was just because it was so painful. So that 1 hour surgery turned into 3 hours that I had to sit still, could not move at all because I was cut open. I had objects in me. So I literally could not move at all for 3 hours straight. And I remember that there was this bright light, and I was going to close my eyes, and I said, no, I'm not going to. Not going to. So I didn't. So we got through with that. Everything's great. Whew, just, it was great. I mean, so fast forward, and I still wasn't breathing as well as I should, but I went to the hematologist, pulmonary doctors, heart doctors. By this time, I'm on 7 pills for heart because high blood pressure, stuff like that, and just wasn't feeling good. And I just accepted that I wasn't going to feel good ever. So this became the new norm. So Anessa, once again, my beautiful, amazing wife, she doesn't have give up in her either. And I think that's why we're made so well with each other, because she has no give up either. And so she's like, there's got to be more. There's something wrong. There's something that we've got to do. So I said, okay. And when I met her, I was going to the gym twice a day. Just I love working out, and so I felt like I was, strong, but just wasn't quite who I was before October of 2022. So she got in a mom's group and was telling people about me in a mom's group. And someone in a mom's group said, well, you need to contact University UT in downtown Dallas, the University Hospital in downtown Dallas. So, okay. So she did. And they did a whole bunch of tests on me, breathing tests and stuff like that I hated because it hurt to breathe. It really did. I'd go, that's how I breathe. I couldn't go and get a full breath out. I could never get a full breath. And so, sure enough, they said, well, you have a rare blood disease called CTEPH. But what's CTEPH? Well, your body makes blood clots. Okay. So I had my arteries in my lungs have blood clots in them. So by this time, I had another doctor's appointment, and it was in December, right before Christmas, and Anessa was already back in Kentucky with the girls, and I was going to drive down that next Friday, and I get, the doctor said, well, they want to see me beforehand. I'm like, great, I'll leave earlier. I'm excited. And that's when they told me I had a year left to live. Yeah, a year left to live. Now, if anybody knows me, they know I'm a positive, upbeat guy, very positive. And I thought, well, this can't be happening. I've got vision boards I'm doing. I've got, What are my goals going to be for 2024? I'm always looking ahead, telling people to stay positive and everybody get their dream boards ready and stuff for 2024. And I think I was on doing one of these and saying, I can't wait for 2024. And my brother always accuses me. I said, 2024 is going to be my best year yet. And he goes, man, when you say stuff like that, it scares me. So it's funny. But anyways, it was crazy. So they said there's one thing that you can do. It's called a PTE surgery. And if you're a candidate for it, well, you can do it. And I said, okay, well, if I'm being candidate for it, let's do it. Well, it's very risky. Okay, let's do it. Like I have let's just get the ball rolling. And I tell you, I guess it really hit when they told me I was a candidate and I could March 5th was my date to go and get this done. I guess it really hit when I was signing all my will, all my stuff at a Caulfield's office in downtown Salina. It was wild, you know, just signing all these papers and doing all this stuff, thinking, well, okay, this could be it. And but what better way to leave it in the hands of Vanessa, man? So we signed all that, and people probably wondering what's a PTE. PTE surgery is probably one of the craziest surgeries next to brain surgery. They reduce your body temperature by putting you on ice, and they reduce it by 30 degrees. They put you on a lung bypass and a heart bypass machine. So let me I kind of tell people what it is, and I always say they kill me, but I'm gonna for once not say that, and I'm gonna be right on the money because Anessa goes, they did not kill you. So what it is in a PTE surgery, the surgeon may use a technique called deep hypothermic circulatory arrest. This involves cooling the patient's body and stopping blood circulation to allow the surgeon to remove the clots when he gets to them. While the heart-lung machine is paused, the patient is in a state of induced hypothermia, which protects the organs and brain from damage due to the lack of blood flow. During these periods, the patient is not considered dead because the body is in a controlled and reversible state. Medical professionals monitor the patient's condition closely and normal circulation is restored after the clots are removed. The entire process is designed to be temporary and reversible, ensuring the patient's safety throughout the surgery. So, there you go. So that's what happened, and they got over 18 of those little buggers in me, and I still have some, but they got the majority. And my breathing, I can breathe great. So I'm gonna bring on some pictures. Now some of these pictures are disturbing. So if you don't want to see the pictures, just go ahead and hit the road now because I don't want to upset anyone. But I want to go through here and kind of show you the whole not the procedure itself, but the process from when I went to the hospital until the day I came out. So this is the night before. Went to my office at Grandscapes. My mom, my granny, Shasta, Anessa, and I, and had a good dinner. Went over because you can't not have ice cream the day before your surgery, so I had to get some ice cream. And then this is the morning before. or the morning of, and yeah, we're always acting funny. So the day before that morning, it was hilarious because Shasta came in and we were at the hospital. Shasta flew in. Anessa went to go get Shasta, and then we all met, or she met with the doctor. They were getting all my blood type and stuff. And they said, you know what your blood type is? I have no clue. So they had to get my blood type. So my blood type, as you would guess, is B positive. So whenever they told me that was my blood type, Shasta immediately busted out laughing. And the nurse says, "Why are you laughing?" She goes, "Because he's always positive. He's one of the most positive guys ever, and always has a smile on his face." So I thought that was pretty cool that it was B positive. So it's easy to know, to remind myself what my blood type is now. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so this is the before, and then this is during, and oh my gosh, I, I don't know why there's not a picture of Ken in here, but Shasta, that was during the morning of, and then Glenn Morshower is, oh my god, he's one of my best friends. Him and Ken Walls. I mean, wow, I don't know how many times they were there, but I do know that every time Glenn would come, he would tell a joke, and his jokes are so funny, so funny. So we'd have everybody in the room rolling. So yeah, it was it was a good time. We had man, there were so many people that came, and I just thankful for everybody. Guy Charles, Kayla, Danny. I mean, gosh, there was so many, and I'm sure I'm forgetting a few because I I wasn't all there during that time, so it's kind of hit and miss. So if I forgot people, I apologize. But yeah, it was it was crazy. So this picture here is when I came out of the surgery, and I told Anessa she'd never seen anybody on a life support before. I told Anessa, I said, "Look, this is gonna be one of the toughest pictures you're gonna have to ever take, but I want you to take it because when I get out and I tell people this story, and I want them to always be positive and know that you can do it, you can make it through. I need you to take this picture, babe. It's so instrumental to get this picture." I said, that's what I need. So I'm on, you know, life support when I come out because, they're telling me I'm gonna be knocked out for 72 hours at least, a week in ICU. I mean, it's serious. So in this picture here, I've got all the blankets on me trying to warm me up. Just came out of surgery. Well, one thing I didn't tell her about because I've never seen it myself is there's tape on my eyes. And a lot of people think, well, why is tape on your eyes? Well, they didn't want any air to get in there in the cornea while going through the surgery, so it didn't damage my eyes. So that's why my eyes were taped shut. So she took the picture like a champ, and I tell you, I'm glad she did take the picture. It took me a while to actually look at the picture. It was very difficult because, I mean, who's ever seen a picture of them lifeless? I mean, that's just, I mean, I'm sure there's some of y'all that have, but I just, it was just incredible to me. The science behind it, the technology, everything, the doctors. Uh, I mean, it's amazing. So then the other picture is, so let me tell you, I was only in ICU for one day. Now, this picture of me in sitting in that chair is ICU, but they had taken the bed so they could get it ready for someone else and left me in that chair. because I was getting ready to get transferred over. In 17 hours, they were taking the tube out, and it was supposed to be 72 hours minimum. So in 17 hours, I got the tube out, off the machines, and I was back. Right? So then the next day, just a night in ICU, the next day, I got up. I stood up and then went to the next room. And so I've defeated all odds, and I give all the glory to God. I mean, it's crazy knowing that, I think Cynthia Mannion said I had over 1 million people praying for me. That's amazing. And I'm so thankful for everyone that's prayed for me and it's continued to pray for me, because it's such a long journey. But man, I couldn't do it without God. Psalms 91, it's back here. Right, the red one right there. Psalm 91, right above Albert Einstein. And he's my shield, he's my protector. I can do everything with him, right? It's God's amazing, and I put all my faith in him. So have this, right? So then let's go to the next picture. So the next picture is Nigel. He's waiting for me in my room. Shasta and Anessa got him for me. That's my little pillow that I would hug when I'd cough or whatever, just to be good. And then the other one is a robot that the hospital had that Anessa told me about and had to take a picture. And it's so funny. So I always think of the Jetsons when I see it. And then this next picture is my chest tubes that were inside me. And got the chest tubes out. Anessa always just smiling. Like I said, she's always smiling and always looking after me. And then you see Shasta coming around the corner. Her and Brooklyn, two of my biggest fans, I tell you. I love those girls to death, and I wouldn't. So thankful to have them in my life as well. And I tell you, Mom was there, Granny, my brother. Just so thankful for all of them. Just love them all. And so this is when I start to walk. And it's so funny because I would want to get up and walk. And so much so that at nighttime, whenever I still had the chest tubes, I would carry the chest tubes, the little deal with the chest tubes. And Anessa would do push my my IV cart, and we would walk around the hospital. And I pretty much think that everybody thinks I was crazy because day 3 I'm walking. And I feel like that if I sit still, then bad things could happen. So I just always like to be moving. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad. But I think in this here, it helped me tremendously. It really did. And so, there I am smiling. I know she's probably smiling because I've said something that's funny. It was always laughter, and always getting x-rays taken on my chest, and getting stuck for blood every hour. And then there's me with Nigel there, right? And then there's beautiful Anessa, us walking, doing our laps. That was right before I got out of the joint, man. I was just, so awesome. So she would push me and say, let's go for another walk. Let's go for another. Let's make another round. So I'd say, okay, let's do it. Let's go. And then there I am. I'm loaded up, and I got my Point Break shirt on, Vio con Dios. And it's just fun. So I just I know a lot of people are asking, you know, about blood clots and what they look like. The next picture is going to have my blood clots and what they look like. So if you don't want to see them, you know, it's okay. You can turn it off now. But so I just want that's basically what I went through. Um, they haven't told me, you know, how much my life is extended. Is it 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15? Who knows? There's only one guy that knows, so I'm good with it. Let's just keep on going. Let's let the good times roll. And I mean, can I do as much as I used to? No, I can't. And it really, really is hard on me. Like, I can't go to the gym. I can't get down on my hands and knees and do turf like I used to. I mean, that stuff, I love doing it. I love working. I love being out in the hot sun and sweating. I mean, I just absolutely enjoy it. And so on the weekends, I get to do a little bit of that with the cows and, you know, the property and stuff like that. And I enjoy it. Now, I may bitch and complain a little bit about it, but that's, I mean, I guess that's everybody. I don't know. I just, so, but I do love doing it. And I tell you, I had one of the best talks before this. And I am so grateful for everybody in my life. You know, I just, I really am. But I tell you, it's just, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can overcome as long as you have your right mindset and a positive mindset. And I mean, look, we're halfway through the year, halfway through the year. And yeah, I get tired and I can't do as much, but I'm here and I'm thankful and grateful for all my friends and family. My gosh, it's just, it's amazing. And over the million people that prayed for me. I mean, geez, Louise, amazing. It truly is. And you know, one thing that I didn't say, and I should have put the pictures in the slide these slides, but I totally forgot. But my liver was I was getting ready to have cirrhosis of the liver because there's just no oxygen getting to it with the CTEPH. My organs are starting to shut down, and I come out of the hospital, get my blood work done. My liver's perfect. So you can't tell me that God didn't have something to do with that. It's amazing. So, where there's a will, there's a way. You got to keep a positive mindset, even though you may be looking to a black hole, but keep a positive mindset. There's people all around you that love you, that care for you, and depend on you. Always remember that. And always remember to be grateful and thankful every day. And to say a prayer every day. I love helping others. That's something that I love to do. God kept me on this earth for a reason. That reason I don't know yet. Or maybe it is. It's already no I don't know, like, right? But whatever it is he calls me upon to do, I'm going to do it. So I hope this has helped you all that's watching this to be positive, to just be grateful and thankful every day. So this next clip is going to be the blood clots, University of Texas Southwest Medical Center, 3/5/2024, PTE number 145. So I'm number 145, and these are my blood clots. Crazy, crazy to think that those are my blood clots. And that's not all of them, but that's the majority of them. So it's just I'm thankful to all the staff, grateful for all the staff at University of Texas Southwest. Um, I mean, that group is just top notch. So thankful and grateful. I just, just amazing. It's amazing. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been down this journey with me, and look forward to helping a lot of you guys, a lot of people out. If you have questions, comments, anything like that, feel free to drop it below. I love every single one of you guys, and God bless.